In a record of a mortal's journey to immortality, the highest realm for cultivators in the human realm is the peak of the early Nascent Soul stage. While Nascent Soul cultivators are powerful, they cannot easily engage in combat. This is because the spiritual energy in the human realm is scarce, and recklessly wielding their power would deplete their lifespan. Furthermore, their supernatural abilities are too great, and unrestrained actions would disrupt the order of the human realm. Nascent Soul cultivators are also bound by an agreement forbidding mutual fighting and participation in all matters of the cultivation world. Therefore, Nascent Soul cultivators constitute the majority of cultivators in the human realm. There are quite a few Nascent Soul cultivators, further divided into early, middle, and late stages. Although it's only a minor realm, late-stage cultivators are called great cultivators, possessing significantly greater combat power than middle-stage cultivators. Furthermore, due to differences in magical treasures and supernatural abilities, there are substantial differences between late-stage great cultivators. So, who are the late-stage great cultivators in the human realm? How should their strength be ranked according to level? Rank E, Tianzhong 1 person. This is a weak level Yuan Hu cultivator, and Tianzhong is the only weak level Yuan Hu cultivator in the entire book. Tianzhong is the fourth great divine master of Mulan, and he just advanced to a Yuan Hu grand cultivator during the border war. Because Tianzhong's cultivation has not yet been consolidated, although he can suppress the Ice Phoenix, a peak Yuan Zhong cultivator, the Ice Phoenix can still put up a fight. Therefore, Tianzhong, who cannot completely suppress ordinary peak Yuan Zhong cultivators, can be considered the weakest Yuan Hu cultivator. Several other Yuan Zhong cultivators can reach the Yuan Hu Grand Cultivator level with enhancements. Hua Tranqi can contend with a Yuan Hu with the Poison Dragon Pearl. The square-faced cultivator from the Yi family possesses the Miqian Bracelet. Yi, the supervisor of the Xiaoji Palace, possesses 2 Qi bottles, and Longhan and Fengbing, when combined, can rival a Yuan Hu. However, none of them are true Yuan Hu Grand Cultivators. These people are actually not as good as Tianzhong. After Tianzhong stabilizes his realm, he will be able to become a standard Yuan Hu cultivator. Rank D, Wei Wei, Supreme Master Jiang, Old Demon Hehuan, Divine Master Xiong, Divine Master Zhu, Divine Master Bai, Great Immortal Master Hu, Great Immortal Master Sun, Saint Yi Yu, Palace Master Liu. 10 people. This rank comprises standard Grandmasters of the Yuan Hu realm, possessing no particularly powerful magical treasures or supernatural abilities. The 3 great cultivators of Qiannan were the 3 strongest cultivators before Han Li, dominating Tuannan for centuries. However, due to the scarcity of resources in Qiannan, their magical treasures and supernatural abilities were relatively ordinary among Grandmasters. Based on Han Li's observation of the silver-winged Yakshaw, its aura far surpassed that of the 3 great cultivators of Qiannan. The 3 great divine masters of Mulan are roughly equal in strength to the 3 great cultivators, each with their own strengths. Qiannan has an advantage in magical artifacts and treasures, while the Mulan grassland excels in secret techniques. Their overall strength is roughly equal. This was also evident during the border war. Aside from the Hehuan Old Demon's battle against the Yinluo sect master, Wei Wei, Jiang, and the divine masters Zhong and Bai fought against him, all emerging unscathed. The 2 great immortal masters, Hu and Sun, are 2 of the 4 great immortal masters who suddenly appeared. Their appearances were limited. Great Immortal Master Hu once ambushed and injured Han Li with the Great 5 Elements Immortal Capturing Hand, while Great Immortal Master Sun protected Lin Yinping when she summoned the Heavenly Land Sacred Beast, making it difficult to discern their true strength. However, Heavenly Land and Mulan are sworn enemies, yet they have never been able to defeat Mulan. Their overall strength is only slightly stronger than that of the Mulan grasslands, and even the Great Immortal Masters are not much stronger than the Divine Masters. Yi Yusheng is a hidden Grandmaster cultivator of the Great Jin Yi family, but her strength is quite ordinary. First, Yi Yusheng only reached the Yuan Hu realm 200 or 300 years before reaching Kunwu Mountain, but by then he was already nearing the end of his lifespan, making him arguably the latest Grand Cultivator to reach the Yuan Hu realm. Secondly, when Yi Yusheng assisted the Grand Elder in fighting the Lion Beast at Kunwu Mountain, he only emitted a few golden lights before collapsing instantly, indicating his combat strength was only average. Palace Master Liu is the Palace Master of the Lesser Extreme Palace, controlling the powerful Yuan Hu level Ghost Cultivator, the Yellow Spring Ghost Mother. Regardless of the Yellow Spring Ghost Mother, Palace Master Liu is unremarkable. He hasn't cultivated the Lesser Extreme Palace's Cold Flame, nor does he possess any powerful magic treasures. Even with 2 Yuanzhong cultivators, he could only defend himself against the Ice Phoenix. Furthermore, Palace Master Liu's entry into the Yuan-Hu realm relied on the Yellow Spring Ghost Mother. His own cultivation was relatively average. These individuals are essentially Yuan-Hu Grand Cultivators of normal combat strength, yet they can completely suppress ordinary peak Yuanzhong cultivators. Rank C, Grand Immortal Master Shu, Wan Sangu, Wenqing, Lion Beast, Granny Sun, Nanggong Wan 6 people. These individuals are relatively strong Nascent Soul Grand Cultivators, their strength surpassing that of standard Grand Cultivators. Grand Immortal Master Shu is a prodigy who advanced to the mid-Nascent Soul stage at the age of 400. Furthermore, Grand Immortal Master Shu possesses the ancient spirit bird, the spirit rhinoceros peacock, whose 5-colored spiritual light can isolate the spiritual energy of heaven and earth, even surprising Yuan Shu's avatar. Therefore, Grand Immortal Master Shu is a notch above standard Grand Cultivators. Wan Sangu is the chief protector of the Myriad Laws sect of the Righteous Path in the Chaotic Star Sea, a renowned Grand Cultivator. During the Void Heaven Palace instance, Wan Tianming borrowed the Frost Dragon from Wan Sangu, demonstrating her unique expertise in cultivating spirit beasts. Moreover, Wan Sangu is the #1 figure in the Righteous Path of the Chaotic Star Sea, capable of organizing with the 6 Path Supreme Saints to contend against the Star Palace's Reverse Star Alliance, indicating her considerable strength. Wenqing is the female Palace Master of the Chaotic Star Sea Star Palace, one of the twin saints of the Heavenly Stars. She is a cultivator with a heavenly spiritual root, belonging to the rapidly advancing Nascent Soul Grand Cultivator class. Although she felt a slight fear facing Han Li, who had just entered the Nascent Soul stage, her cultivation of the premonition ability alone was enough to instill fear in cultivators of her tier. The lion bird beast is an ancient ferocious bird, equivalent to a level 10 great demon, a Nascent Soul Grand Cultivator. Demonic beasts are inherently powerful, and the lion bird beast's body is even harder than refined iron. Its pair of sharp claws and golden sonic attacks are quite formidable, stronger than an ordinary late-stage Nascent Soul cultivator by 3 points. Old Granny Sun is an elder of the Yeyang Palace of the Great Jin Dynasty. She had tracked Han Li when he went to steal the feathers of the Haoyang bird, but failed to catch him. At this time, Han Li was still in the mid-stage of the Nascent Soul stage. He believed that Old Granny Sun's cultivation was not simple, but her divine sense was only ordinary. When Nanggong Wan awoke from her frozen state, she was already a mid-stage Nascent Soul cultivator. With the help of a large number of pills and Nascent Soul cultivation pills given by Han Li, she successfully advanced to the later stage. Although Nanggong Wan's combat strength was still not considered strong, and she lacked combat experience, she later acquired the later stage puppet, the 3 flame fan, and the Qianlan cauldron, making her capable of self-defense. This level is only slightly stronger than the previous level, but doesn't offer a significant advantage. B level, Sect Master Fang, Kuan Wuji, Master Yuanji, Guiling, Mu Kuei, Silver Winged Yakshaw, Ancient Demon Lord Soul 7 people. This level consists of powerful later stage cultivators with formidable magic weapons and supernatural abilities. Sect Master Fang is the Sect Master of the Yin Luo sect, possessing 3 Nascent Soul level refined corpses and the Immortal Slaying Pearl. These 3 armored corpses possessed considerable supernatural abilities, their bellies accumulating a large amount of corpse poison. Even against the 5 demons refined by Han Li with 5 colored frost flames, they could desperately resist the frost flames with their corpse energy. The Immortal Slaying Pearl was a magic weapon even Nascent Soul cultivators feared if truly used. Sect Master Fang could advance another level. Kuan Wuji was the Grand Elder of the Blood Sorrow sect of the Great Jin Dynasty. He had exchanged Ging Essence for the demonic marrow drill with Han Li. The Blood Sorrow sect was one of the 10 great demonic sects of the Great Jin Dynasty, and its Grand Elder was undoubtedly a powerful Yuan-Hu primordial chaos cultivator. Furthermore, Kuan Wuji cultivated demonic arts, and after obtaining Han Li's demonic marrow drill, he immediately refined the essence of demonic energy within, which greatly benefited him. Master Yuanji was an elder of the Thunder Sound sect, having cultivated the 4th level of the Vajra technique. In terms of supernatural abilities, Master Yuanji was extremely strong. His physical defense was comparable to that of a magic weapon, and he was evenly matched with Yuan-Hu Han Li for a time. However, Yuanji's magic weapon was rather weak, and he was quickly defeated by Han Li with the 3 flame fan. Silver Winged Yakshaw, Guiling, and Mu Kuei are the 3 demons of Kunwu Mountain, all level 10 great demons. Silver Winged Yakshaw is a corpse refiner, possessing the powerful wind and earth magic escape techniques, and is impervious to blades and spears. He is also proficient in illusion magic, having swiftly killed 2 mid-stage Yuan cultivators in the Yin-Yang cave. Guiling is a level 10 Xianyang turtle with formidable defense. After its transformation, its axe-wielding attack power is also astonishing, surpassing even silver-winged Yaksha. Although Mukuei perished upon its first appearance, its cunning and cultivation surpass silver-winged Yakshas. The main soul of the ancient demon from Fallen Demon Valley is not as powerful as its divided soul, but its strength is still extremely formidable. After possessing Nanlong, its main soul can kill mid-stage Yuan cultivators with its bare hands, demonstrating its immense power. Later, when Han Li sensed Silver-Winged Yaksha's powerful aura, he stated that among the cultivators he had encountered, only the 2 ancient demons he had seen in Fallen Demon Valley could overpower him, indicating that the main soul's strength was also at a high level. This level of Grand Cultivator is considered formidable, capable of overwhelming Nascent Soul cultivators without replicas of magical treasures, and their combat strength surpasses that of standard Grand Cultivators. A level, Qian Laomor, Xian Qingzi, Qi Miaozhenren, Yi Family Grand Elder, Golden Flood Dragon King, 10,000-Year Corpse Bear, Azure-Backed Wolf, by Yu Zen Master, Yi Shiqian 9 people. This level comprises top-tier Nascent Soul Grand Cultivators, possessing either replicas of magical treasures or great supernatural powers. Qian Laomor is the Grand Elder of the Yin Luo sect, possessing magical treasures such as the 5-Hearted Demon, the Blood Demon Pearl, and the Yin Luo Banner. While Qian Laomor's attack power isn't exceptionally strong, the 5-Hearted Demon is comparable to that of a Nascent Soul cultivator in terms of self-preservation. Qian Laomor's 5-Hearted Demon avatar is immortal, and the Blood Demon Pearl, inhabiting his Nascent Soul and primordial spirit, is essentially a second body, making him virtually invincible among Nascent Soul cultivators. If it weren't for the restriction of the Arctic primordial light within Kunwu Mountain, even Han Li, along with Guiling and the Yuan Hu puppet, would have struggled to kill him. Xian Qingzi was an elder of the Tai sect, the #1 righteous sect in the Great Jin dynasty, possessing magical treasures such as the Ping Shan Seal, the Boundary-Breaking Talisman, and the Qian'e Divine Sword. Although Xian Qingzi's demise in Kunwu Mountain was somewhat swift, the Ping Shan Seal was a replica of a spiritual treasure, and the Boundary-Breaking Talisman and the Qian'e Divine Sword rendered spatial barriers ineffective. Furthermore, he had fought the ancient demon for a considerable time, demonstrating considerable strength. Qimyu Jinren was an enforcement elder of the Qianmo sect, the #1 demonic sect in the Great Jin dynasty, and like Xian Qingzi, he entered Kunwu Mountain to seal demons. Similarly, Qimyu possessed a replica of the Crimson Drum and the 7 True Treasures, both quite powerful. Since even a Yuan-level cultivator from the Yi family could wield a replica of the Miqian bracelet to fight Qian Laomor for a long time, Xian Qingzi and Qimyu, wielding replica spiritual treasures, were no weaker than Qian Laomor. The first elder of the Yi family is an elder of the foremost family in the Great Jin dynasty. He possesses the inherited treasure, the Black Blood Blade, and the heavenly bracelet is essentially his. In Kunwu Mountain, the first elder was struck through the heart by Yuan Shao's clone, yet he remained unharmed, surprising even the clone. Furthermore, the first elder assassinated Ji Tianhao, a peak cultivator at the Yuanzhong level. Song Jili had also mentioned that the first elder possessed considerable supernatural abilities, and since he didn't explicitly state that he perished in Kunwu Mountain, his abilities were undoubtedly extraordinary. The Golden Flood Dragon King is the patriarch of the Flood Dragon clan, a level 10, fully fledged demon cultivator. As flood dragons are celestial beasts, their physiques are inherently incredibly powerful. He swiftly killed Yuanzhong cultivators and even blocked Han Li's 3 Flames fan attack with a golden spear and a white longsword, surpassing Master Yuan Ji's performance. Later, Han Li used the Void Heaven Cauldron, the 8-Spirit Ruler, the 5-Hearted Demon, and the Fire Spirit Silk, again catching them off guard, which easily led to the Golden Flood Dragon King's demise. Therefore, it cannot be said that he was weak. The 10,000-Year Corpse Bear is the Deputy Valley Master of the 10,000 Demon Valley, a 10,000-year-old Corpse King-level corpse refining demon. Its defense is incredibly strong, and the Corpse Bear possesses a replica of the Blood Blade, a spiritual treasure. In Kunwu Mountain, it not only assassinated several Yuan-level cultivators but also ambushed Master Shu, devouring his body with the Blood Blade. Furthermore, the Corpse Bear is one of the few cultivators to survive the Kunwu Mountain instance, not just due to luck. The Azure-Backed Wolf is also the Deputy Valley Master of the 10,000 Demon Valley, a level 10 Great Demon. In the Lesser Extreme Palace, the Azure-Backed Wolf easily defeated Inspector Yi and Bai Yui, and Inspector Yi even used the Inspector Spiritual Treasure 2 Chi bottle. This performance is stronger than Qian Laomo's fight against the square-faced cultivator from the Yi family, and the azure-backed wolf and the 10,000-year corpse bear are evenly matched in strength. Yi Shiqian is a rogue cultivator from the Great Jin dynasty, a Buddhist pure fire sect cultivator under the Azure Moon Zen master. These two are widely recognized in the Great Jin dynasty as the most likely cultivators to reach the Nascent Soul stage, and are also considered geniuses who appear only once every 10,000 years in the cultivation world. Yi Shiqian once easily killed an 8th-level demon beast, and Zen master Bue advanced to the late Nascent Soul stage in just over 400 years. In terms of both their abilities and achievements, they are considered powerful Nascent Soul cultivators. This level represents cultivators at the peak of the Nascent Soul stage, roughly equivalent to 2 ordinary Nascent Soul Grandmasters. A+ level, Ice Phoenix, Yellow Spring Ghost Mother, Master Hanli, Ling Xiaofeng, 6 parts Extreme Saint 5 people. These Nascent Soul Grandmasters are a notch stronger than top-tier Nascent Soul cultivators, but not quite at the Super Nascent Soul level. Ice Phoenix is a 10th level Great Demon, belonging to the Nascent Soul Grandmasters who can enter the Nascent Soul stage at any time. Furthermore, Ice Phoenix is a pure descendant of a celestial spirit beast, possessing almost half the divine abilities of the Nascent Soul stage. However, Ice Phoenix's performance in the Lesser Extreme Palace instance was noticeably inferior to Che Tongzi's. Although she possessed spatial abilities, these were only suitable for use after advancing to the Nascent Soul stage at the Yuanhu stage. She could only barely use them, unlike Han Li at the Yuanzhong stage. Yellow Spring Ghost Mother was a ghost cultivator, meaning she was controlled by the Lesser Extreme Palace Master. During the Lesser Extreme Palace battle, Yellow Spring Ghost Mother claimed that no Nascent Soul cultivator could save the Lesser Extreme Palace Master's life, and she held her own against Che Tongzi, performing no worse than Ice Phoenix. Master Hanli was the Lesser Extreme Palace's Grand Elder, having refined the Azure Ice Flame to its extreme, and possessing 2 replicas of the Azure Cauldron, a spiritual treasure. In terms of cultivation, Master Hanli had reached the peak of the Yuanhu stage and even comprehended some Nascent Soul abilities, demonstrating considerable strength. Tragically, Master Hanli underestimated Han Li at the mid-Nascent Soul stage and used the wrong strategy in battle, leading to his demise. Ling Xiaofeng was the male cultivator among the twin saints of the heavenly stars. He reached the late Nascent Soul stage in just 500 years and had defeated Liu Dao Jisheng and Wan San Jiyu. When Han Li first met Ling Xiaofeng, both of them felt a chill run down their spines, sensing for no apparent reason that he was no ordinary opponent. At this time, Han Li was already a Grandmaster of the Nascent Soul stage, and few could exert pressure on him, demonstrating Ling Xiaofeng's strength. Liu Dao Jisheng was the #1 demonic cultivator in the Chaotic Star Sea, cultivating the 6 extremes true demon art. After possessing Wan Quanming's body, Liu Dao Jisheng gained the ability to refine corpses using the supernatural powers of 2 late Nascent Soul cultivators. He also possessed numerous magical treasures. The 3 divine white bone banner could temporarily contend with the 5-hearted demon, and the poison from the 2-headed serpent was almost comparable to the 10 deadly poisons. Although Han Li killed Liu Dao Jisheng, he was already a Grandmaster of the Nascent Soul stage at the time and had used magical treasures such as the 5-hearted demon and the Grandmaster puppet. Liu Dao Jisheng's performance was still quite impressive. This level of Grandmaster level cultivators is stronger than the previous level, but 1 Grandmaster level cultivator plus 2 intermediate level cultivators can hold off the Ice Phoenix. It's not quite 3 Grandmaster level cultivators. S rank, Che Tongzi, Ancient Demon Soul split 2 people. These 2 are Super Grandmaster level cultivators, belonging to the peak Grandmaster level cultivators very close to Nascent Soul cultivators. Che Tongzi is the wooden incarnation of the Nascent Soul cultivator Che Lao Yao, an incarnation painstakingly crafted by Che Lao Yao. Although it's just an incarnation, it is still the incarnation of a Nascent Soul cultivator, and moreover, the incarnation of Che Lao Yao, who has lived for tens of thousands of years. His supernatural powers are incomparable to those of Grandmaster level cultivators. Furthermore, Che Tongzi also possesses the Myriad Demon Banner, which is closest to a spiritual treasure. During the Battle of the Little Extreme Palace, even while suppressing many cultivators of the Little Extreme Palace, he still managed to cause Han Li, who used multiple magic treasures, to suffer losses. The Ancient Demon Soul split, at its strongest, is in a 3-headed, 6-armed form, already comparable to an early-stage Nascent Soul cultivator. At that time, the 3 great cultivators of Chennan had set up a restrictive array in advance, and more than a dozen Yuan-level cultivators were also there to restrain him. The 3 great cultivators used secret techniques in succession to severely injure the ancient demon, but he still managed to escape. This performance was so strong that he was arguably the strongest Yuan level cultivator besides Han Li. At this point, they viewed all Yuan level cultivators except for Han Li as ants, and ordinary Yuan level grand cultivators were also like ants to them. S+ rank, Han Li 1 person. At his peak Yuan level, Han Li was truly comparable to a Nascent Soul cultivator. During the Lesser Extreme Palace dungeon, Han Li, at the mid-Nascent Soul stage, was already a powerful Yuan level fighter. By the time of the Yuan Hu era, Han Li had already reached a level comparable to a Nascent Soul cultivator. At this point, he could easily annihilate powerful Yuan Hu cultivators. His arsenal of 72 azure bamboo bee cloud swords forming the Grey Gung sword formation, along with the Void Heaven Cauldron, the 8-spirit ruler, the Yuan Hu puppet, the soul-crying weeping puppet, the immortal slaying pearl, and other magical treasures and supernatural abilities, were enough to make even Nascent Soul cultivators wary. By the time he reached the peak of the Yuan Hu era, Han Li's Yuan Magnetic Divine Light had reached its full potential, and he had also refined the Yuan Magnetic Divine Mountain, giving him Nascent Soul level combat power. These are the 41 Yuan Hu cultivators in the human realm arc. The ranking is based solely on personal opinion. What are your thoughts on this?